when it comes down to this, there is one entity that puts up the money and puts up all the risk. All the risk. When I interview somebody and they get an appearance fee, and this studio that you're in is very expensive, and the staff that's filming it are skilled, and I pay them accordingly.
Right.
And they have medical insurance that I pay for.
Right.
And paid holidays that I pay for.
Right.
And other benefits.
Right.
And, all the equipment they need to do their job.
Right.
And the appearance fees that I pay the person who sits down. And listen, like for example, like Dominique Wilkins, right? He came in, legendary basketball player. He got paid a nice appearance fee. The interview lost money. It's not Dominique's fault. He answered all the questions.
But Dominique got paid, right?
Huh?
He got paid.
He got paid.
Okay.
Did he come back and say, yo, Vlad, I know you lost some money. Here's half my appearance fee back?
Yeah,
no,
nobody's
no one would ever
doing,
ask him for that.
Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that.
I took all the risk,
right.
and therefore I pay people what I feel is fair so the company can continue to function where we can make some profit.
But it's hand in hand, Vlad.
So all I'm saying is if Taraji
if I come in here in a fucking poo shiesty and I just sit here staring at you.
Right.
It's hand in hand,
Which has happened.
Vlad.
Rich the Kid did pretty much that in our interview.
Right. Do you appreciate that?
No.
Okay. It's hand in hand, bro. There's a partnership. You have all this.
There's a partnership.
Record the moment.
But one person is taking all the financial risk. And the person who's taking the financial risk should
ultimately make more. It shouldn't be to the point where, come on, bro.
But nobody's forcing the person to say, I'm going to accept this offer. They could say, listen, it's not enough money. Lots of times I've negotiated with people, it's not enough money.
Cool. Vlad, it's the lie.
The lie? What
it's
lie?
The lie that when you get into the industry, people tell you, yo, you get to this level and you get to this level and you're going to get to this level and that was a great movie. Watch, one day you're going to get to this level. And then they reach a ceiling and they're like, wait a minute.
You know what happens when you reach a ceiling? It's time for you to go around and go take the stairs to get to a higher floor. Or find where the elevator is. I understand. And I've seen the comments.
You don't got the answers, Vlad. You don't got the answers.
I do have the answers.
You don't got the answers.
At the point where you say,
you don't got the answers.
By me being an actor or an actress, I'm not getting what I want.
Maybe
it's time for me to be a producer.
Do you think
me to be a director?
Do you think Yeezys would be as big as they are if Kanye took Sway's advice and went independent? No. Why? Because these guys control up here. They control that shit. They're not going to let you get there unless they're making a profit off of that shit. Yeezy, Ye, he knew that. Sway didn't know that. Ye knew that. That's the whole reason why when they get to that, they told me I could get up there, but I'm not. I think I'm at the top of my game.
And Kanye became a billionaire. Kanye became a billionaire through his partnership with Adidas.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, he did. With Adidas.
When he was with Nike, they were putting out these little limited edition Yeezys with him, and he was getting very little money because there wasn't any money to be had, right? When you make 10,000 sneakers, how much money you going to pay someone $100 million?
What he was getting was that brand.
Yeah.
You got that? Okay. My name is synonymous now with
these sneakers.
With Nike.
Now I could parlay into a deal with Adidas.
He knew he had to do that.
Right. And now he's putting out his own sneakers,
so
right?
When you sit there and be like, well, make your own movies. No, bro. No.
You could totally make your own movies.
They know what's going on.
They could totally make their own movies.
They know it, but it's not
I have
going
2 words.
To run the same way.
2 words. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry's been killing it independently.
Okay, who was Tyler Perry? Hold on, just to be clear.
Yeah,
Tyler Perry.
Yes, and he owns the biggest studio.
Tours.
I'm sorry.
He took his show on tour,
doing plays correctly
everywhere.
Correct. Yeah.
He built his fan base.
Correct.
First.
Yes.
Once he controlled the amount of people he could put in the seat, then the other level it's open. It's open. I got the proof right here. This is how many people showed up to my whole shit.
Yeah.
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 Give me what I need.
Let me go put on a dress.
I'm a good business decision.
Yes. And Tyler Perry's a billionaire now.
Yeah. But he knew that. He started from, and he built this shit.
Right.
What about the people who were told, I'm gonna put you in this movie, you do well, then you'll get here, then you'll get here, and when your shit does this numbers, then that means you're supposed to get this, you're supposed to get this. They are the people who's finding out there's a ceiling. There's a ceiling. And they're purposely keeping me down here.
Okay, I'm just going to disagree on this. Okay,
I don't know why.
I mean, whatever,
I don't know why. I don't know why you would disagree. Because you're Vlad.
No one's stopping. No one's stopping
Vlad.
Taraji at this point in her career from creating her own projects, from producing her own films, from getting her own co-stars, from hiring her own writers. Everyone wants to work with her.
You don't got the
She's
answers,
not blacklisted from her community of film people. People love her.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Absolutely.
Well, what happens when that popular actor that don't get paid that much money and he needs that next check gets a phone call, don't be in that movie or we ain't gonna pay you.
So you think that's actually happening?
Don't be in that movie or we ain't
gonna pay you.
Show me proof
that happens. Show me proof that's happened.
She's tripping. The producers don't like it.
Right. And
Stay away from her.
And you can sue over that.
You want proof?
And you can
Monique.
sue over that.
That's the proof.
I'm not going to talk about Monique because of my history with her. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, Monique sued and they ultimately settled. Okay? At the end of the day, there's been so many dope projects that have been put out independently, have done extremely well. Jay-Z's had a whole bunch of film projects.
But
Will
it's
Smith
always
has
going to
had film
be...
projects. But here's the thing. People don't want to gamble their own money. They'd rather have someone else pay for it.
No.
And them to... No? You're bugging. You're bugging right now.
Yo, Vlad.
You're bugging.
If I could have if my movie could run the same routes as a production studio, why would anybody fucking use a production studio after you got a couple checks in the stash? It's because they control the routes, Vlad. That's how they keep position. We control the routes. We're the people, this movie is sponsored by da-da-da, da-da-da. Bruh, you're fighting against...
You can't get sponsors
what Tupac
on
said,
your own.
You don't go to war unless you got your money right. These guys is up.
There are so many actors that have their money right who still go to these bigger companies because they don't want to risk their own money. To me, that shit is weak. Listen, you had a deal with Revolt, right? You had a deal. Hold on. You had a deal on the table with Revolt. You ultimately said, I'd rather be independent. I've talked to Revolt before. I said, no thanks.
Right.
I said, I'd rather be independent.
Right.
We both said, thank you for this check. No, thank you.
Right.
It would make more financial sense for us to keep paying out of our own pockets and to keep all the money for ourselves as opposed to taking this upfront money, guaranteed upfront money from you and wondering if we're going to get what we're supposed to get later on.
But here's the sacrifice. Oh, look, it's Math Hoffa on the red carpet. But my podcast is not nominated.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You do it for the rewards, not for the awards.
You know what? I'm not even mad, Vlad. I put that out there to show you, like, you know what I'm saying? When you're independent, it's not, there's a reason why certain things happen. Well, and the closer you get to it, you find out, oh, this person won because, who paid for it? That's how that works.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Okay.
And when that classic Kanye and Sway interview, Ye knew, like, these guys got the access to all the shit. I'm not going to get there without having to deal with these guys.
And you do partnerships with certain people, and sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
And at a certain point, but ultimately, when you look, listen to me, man. Like where I live, I'm surrounded by people who are way more famous than me, who have had the cosigns of NBA teams and major TV networks and major films. And I'm right there in a house just as expensive as theirs that I own outright. And we're rubbing shoulders.
I'm in a penthouse.
And yeah. And I'm way less known than these people. And this is an absolute fact with receipts that I could show. Right. I'm way less famous. I don't have any major cosigns. I'm in like you said it, not me. I'm in an area where I'm actually the minority in hip hop. Right. I get hated on. I'm the culture vulture. And yet, because I own my content, I make as much and usually more than these people with these huge platforms, with these huge companies behind them and everything else like that.
Right. Because
in the words of Fred the Hammer Williamson, he who counts the money first will count the most money.
Period.
I said, I'm going to give up all these huge cosigns, and maybe when I go out, people don't ask me for an autograph as much as the person next to me, but I will make more money. This is the way that Tyler Perry went. And Tyler Perry, who is not as great of an actor as a Denzel, who doesn't have Academy Awards like a Denzel, has way more money than a Denzel. Am I right?
I don't know.
Who has more money?
I don't know who has more money.
You think Denzel has more money than Tyler Perry?
We don't know. He might be stashing on the low, bro. You never know.
Tyler Perry, net worth, $1 billion.
Okay.
Denzel Washington, net worth, $300 million. A third. A
little less than a third.
Less than a third. No, a third, exactly. Well, yeah, less than a third, 30%. And when you look at the assets,
right?
Tyler Perry has his own plane and his own runway in his house.
Right.
He has the biggest studio outside of Hollywood in America.
Right. He made his own movies. You're right.
And continues to make his own movies. And names the studios after prominent black actors and actresses.
All right.
Did it his own way with his own community.
What do we classify
with
this
movies that people laugh at.
We are classifying
Madea
this as
is considered a joke to the general public. So he don't give a shit.
So we are classifying this as you have to go independent once you realize that you're not going to get what you want here. That's
and
the
as
solution.
a business person,
and don't
you
cry,
should
don't cry
figure
about
that
it.
out.
Don't
you should
cry
figure
about
that
it.
out as quickly as
Protest
possible.
about it, but don't cry about it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Time to go get to work.
Yeah. Maybe being an actor. Listen, Taraji is a great actress, but she's not a A-list star like
you can't. It depends.
You know, like a
because
a Denzel.
Because Tyler Perry would take Taraji and make that'll be an A-list situation. You dig what I'm saying?
Possibly. But she just ultimately, she's a great co-star. She's a great co-star. And I'm a fan.
Right.
Never in my life will I say she's a crappy actress or no. She's a fan. But not everyone is Johnny Depp. Not everyone is Brad Pitt.
Why are you naming white people? Just white people.
Not everyone's a Viola Davis.
Or Denzel
Not everyone's
Washington.
a Denzel.
Okay.
Not everyone's a Will Smith.
Right.